This church was built in 1792. It was established by the United Empire Loyalists who started arriving here in 1784. And so it has a very long history in the area. It was expanded in 1835 because the congregation had grown so much in that time. And then in 1860, then they expanded again and had to build another church over in Adolphustown. So it's got a very long, deep history rooted in the families of the area.
Well, part of the amazing thing to me is that it's been here so long and that it was abandoned in 1860, I think it was 1860, and became a barn for the farmer that lived here. But he never wanted to see it destroyed, and he always hoped that someday it would become a monument. And eventually in 1892, at the 100th anniversary of its structure, people took that on as a cause.
The other thing that
No, not on a regular basis. The Board of Trustees organizes one service a year, a pilgrimage service on the fourth Sunday of August. This year we're also having a sunset service for the first time to participate in the beautiful sunsets that come across Hay Bay. And the church, though, is available for other churches to come and book their services here, or we've had weddings, we've had memorial services, we've had families choose to gather here as the place to honor their ancestors. But there are not regular services here.
We're here for a week, for example. We start at noon on Monday and we leave the following Monday at noon. And while we're here, we welcome people that are coming to visit. Often people are just riding by on their bikes and want to stop in, or perhaps they've heard of it. Their families might be descendants of these people, or they are interested in historic sites, or they're even interested in Methodism.
Historically and currently, the town of Napanee and its residents have been very supportive. Over the years, many trustees have come from what is now the greater Napanee area. Custodians have. When the church was bought back from private hands in 1910, numerous people who were very active in that were Napanee residents or descendants of original Napanee families. So we do have a very close tie to what people think of as the town of Napanee, even though we're here in what was Adolphustown. We're standing in the cemetery of the Old Hay Bay Church beside the markers for the children that drowned in August 1819. They were on their way to church on a Sunday morning and the boat took on water just outside of the church and the children drowned while many of their family and parents watched. It was a very traumatic event for them. We're all buried here except for Mary Cole, whose father did own the boat and took it. Her body was taken back to the North Shore, where she's buried in the Huff Park Cemetery there. The way we honor these children and the families is our pilgrimage service is on the fourth Sunday in August, and that is the anniversary of their drowning. So that was how the board many years ago picked that date for the annual pilgrimage service. Was to honor that again, strong community, strong commitment to family, and to honor the many families that this affected. Last year was the 225th anniversary of the Old Hay Bay Church, and in honor of that, these three stones were resurrected in the graveyard. They were found buried under some dirt. So the choice was to leave them buried or stand them back up. So they've been stood up as a reminder to our ancestors. The middle stone is of Peter Frederick, who was one of the original founders and subscribers of the church. He was also a known blacksmith, but we cannot prove that he was the blacksmith who did the hardware, but we think he probably was. The other very special thing for me personally is he is my fifth great-grandfather and is one of my ties to the Old Hay Bay Church.